When he explained to me how he was gonna have to go about things and what all was going to have to be done with my dental needs, I was nervous. To be honest, I was terrified. It seemed like it was gonna be a rocky road because, I've never been through anything like that. But he comforted me in that, and he let me know that it was gonna be okay and we're gonna get through it step by step, and we just pushed forward and got through it. I was driving in my car and I heard the famous, it's Kacos, like tacos, but with a K. And I really took into the effect that they said that it was a real gentle dentistry, and that, if you ever had bad trauma with dentists, that they could comfort that. And that's something that really hit hard with me because I've had some interesting experiences at some dentists. So I believe that if you're paying for something, you should have the top of the line. And it's kind of in my business field. You wouldn't come to me if you couldn't trust me with your money and with my experience. So I think that brings in the comfort effect to, if somebody knows what they're doing, you're more relaxed than, somebody stumbling around and not knowing how to answer your questions. And he really does that. He answers all my questions. When Dr. Kacos called me the night before my appointment, I was kind of in shock because I'm not used to dentists really taking that much interest personally. You usually get an automated voicemail from someone. And so when it was actually him leaving me a message, it really brought comfort to me knowing that he was personally there for me and cared about how I felt. I would describe my dental needs as being a little complex. When I first came here, due to my fear of the dentist, I'm from that generation where dentists weren't as nice. It was, here's a gas mask and hold on. I had to have a lot of fillings done, and I also needed a root canal where a dentist did not do a good job. He went in there and fixed that for me. And then also I went and did Invisalign so I could correct that after we got through with all those things. So it was a little complex. I think that any of the things that he's involved in the community, there can't be a favorite one. If you're helping your community out, then I think that goes above all else. The fact that he even does that is a blessing in itself. So I'm very involved in the community. I run things with a nonprofit, and I think that helping anyone that is in need or anyone that needs a boost up is the biggest sacrifice somebody can do for themselves. I have never been offered a comfort menu in any other location whatsoever, except maybe, would you like to pay for sedation? That's about it. It really hit home, that y'all cared enough to care about me afterward instead of, again, just sending me a text message or an automated, voicemail saying how I was. When Dr. Kacos ran into me at the farmer's market, I honestly thought he was gonna be like, who is this crazy 6-foot tall girl, tapping on my shoulder? But he didn't. He smiled up at me and he was just like, Paige, how are you doing? Your teeth are looking so great. Are they comfortable? How are things going? And my mother-in-law was actually with me, and I was like, hey, this is my dentist. And after only like 3 minutes of talking to him, she was like, I want his, give me his information. I want to go there. But it was a shock to know that he still remembered me outside of his business. That meant a lot. So it's a unique experience. After my treatment, I felt completely relaxed and grateful. Not one time was I hurt, not one time was I put on the back burner, or did I feel like I was not getting the experience that I had paid for, or felt like I was just someone walking through. I felt like my name was Paige. I felt like his name was Mr. Kacos, Dr. Kacos, and every time I walked in, he knew who I was. The ladies up front always called me by my name. It made me feel like I was at home. trust him because he takes the time to know me. He takes the time to understand what I want, and he takes time to understand what I need. And actually, he probably knows more than what I need than what I think I need. And he'll tell me, no, I don't think you want to do that, or I don't think that's the best route, or hey, this is a cheaper way to go about it, but you'll get the same effects. And that means a lot to me. I don't feel like when I come in here, I'm about to have to take out a second loan, to work on something because he wants to sell me the most expensive thing. I think it makes this office unique due to the fact that it doesn't feel like I'm going to the doctor. It feels like I'm going to see friends, or I'm going to see family. And in all my life and all the dentists I've been to, and there's been a couple, I'm actually excited to go. I'm excited to see y'all. I'm excited to see Dr. Kacos, pick at him, and the cookies, everything. It makes it exciting to go. It's not a drag having to schedule something. That's a tough one. To be honest, I can't give you that answer. And the reason why I can't give you that answer is because I relate to almost everybody here. And I have a conversation with almost every person when I come in here. I think Dr. Kacos is a lot like me when it comes to wanting to help people and make things better. But, it's no different when I speak to the front ladies or the front, desk ladies. It's always, how was your day? Oh, girl, I know. This is what happened to me, or it's, oh, my daughter's starting soccer, and, talking about pets. It doesn't matter. You have an experience with everybody. I don't think you could actually choose one person here to relate to the most. I think that Dr. Kacos definitely deserves the title to be one of the highest rated dentists in the area. Again, he's smart, and he goes above everything you would think a dentist should do. Punctuality to me is very important. One, it's my background. Military background, husband's a police officer. To me, being on time is a respectful thing, but that also goes with the client too. If I'm late, then I'm making him run behind, which that affects other clients. But when he's on time with me as well, that means a lot to me because that's my time that I paid for. I've never sat long in the waiting room at all, and I'm always greeted along with, did I need anything? And I think that's very important because then you don't feel like you're just wasting your time there. No one wants to sit in the doctor's office for 30 minutes to an hour when they scheduled a month ago. So it's very important. If you want someone that's going to do it right, and if you're scared of anything, and if you want somebody that's not going to hurt you and not push you to do things you don't want to do, and you're going to have fun, then to come here. I would describe the team here as fun, loving, caring, compassionate, knowledgeable, and I couldn't see myself going anywhere else. It really roots back to when I was a child. My family didn't grow up with the most money, so we couldn't go to the richest, neighborhoods to go to those doctor's offices. So when you would go, it was like a circle with about 10 chairs and all these screaming kids around. So one, the environment wasn't great, and for a child, that's really scary. I brushed my teeth constantly. I wasn't blessed with perfect teeth, and I had to have, the silver caps when I was younger. The doctor wouldn't listen to me because I was a child. It was always talk over me. So if I said I was in pain, he didn't listen to me. He was very rough with me. It wasn't sensitive or, hey, does this hurt? It was, call your mom over so you'll make me hush. That's the biggest difference from now than back then. And I think that's where my fear really came in, is I wasn't going to be listened to.